welcome back to our channel. Today we are continuing our holiday series. We're on video number 3 and we're making some peppermint bark. This is a really good sweet treat. So we're going to talk about our ingredients in just a second, but before we do, we're going to ask if you guys could please like this video, share with everybody you know, and also subscribe to our channel for support. We appreciate that so much. Alright, so let's talk about what we're going to be using to make this peppermint bark today. We have some semi-sweet chocolate morsels as well as some white chocolate. Now this will be melted down. Also, we have some peppermint candies that we're going to smash and sprinkle on top of our melted chocolate. You don't have to use these if you don't want, they're optional, but they're really pretty. So if you want to use that, you can. And also to enhance our flavor, the flavor of our chocolate, we're going to be using some peppermint extract. This is so good in chocolate and this kind of treat. So if you want to use this, you can, it's optional. And today we're going to be measuring out our chocolate for you all so you can see exactly how much you need. If you want to measure yours out, you can. This is optional. Typically, you don't have to if you don't want to, so it's fine. All right, so now that we've talked about our ingredients, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna start weighing out our chocolate. We're gonna zero out the scale, of course, because we don't want to include the weight of the bowl in our measurement. So Ricky can go ahead and zero that out for me. And I'm gonna start with this semi-sweet chocolate, and I need 6 ounces. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh my my white chocolate now, and I'm gonna need 10 ounces of this. And these bags are 12 ounces, so I won't need quite the whole bag. So I'm just gonna measure out 10 ounces. Alright y'all, so we got our chocolate measured out, and once again we have 10 ounces of the white chocolate and 6 ounces of the semi-sweet chocolate. Now we've decided to go ahead and put a few of our candies and our white chocolate once it's melted down as well, and you know, not just on top, but we're going to put some in the chocolate itself as well as on top. And the extract will go on this chocolate as well. All right, so we're gonna head over to the stove and Ricky's gonna start getting our chocolate melted down.
Hey y'all, so like my mom said, I'm over at the stove and I've got about an inch or so of water in my pot. You don't want a whole lot because you're not trying to boil anything. This is just for heat so you can melt your chocolate. I'm gonna do like medium-high heat. Just get a nice simmer. You don't want aggressive boil. So I'm gonna put my bowl right on top of the pot. It's not in the water, it's not touching the water or anything. And then you're just gonna stir it every now and then with a spatula. You could also do this in the microwave if you wanted to. Just heat it in, you know, maybe 30-second increments. Maybe not even that long. Just, you know, keep an eye on it, make sure nothing burns or anything. But once this is melted down a little bit more, we'll be back. So now that our chocolate has melted down all the way, I've lined a 8x8 pan with some parchment paper. So we'll bring it over there and then we'll pour it into our pan. So we'll meet you guys over back at the counter. Okay, so now we're back over at the counter and I have an offset spatula. You guys have seen this a couple times on the channel. And I'm gonna pour my chocolate, my semi-sweet chocolate, into my 8x8 pan. You guys have seen us line pans with parchment paper, so we just did this off camera. We'll link one of the videos that we've done it in, but I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in here and spread it out evenly. try to get, because you don't want it to be thin in some spots and thick in others. So try your best to get it as flat as possible.
It's looking good, Ricki.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so now that this is flat, we're going to let this set. Once it's set, then we're going to melt our white chocolate, because you don't want your white chocolate to be melted and this isn't set yet, because when you pour it, they'll just mix. You want to have layers. So
okay,
let this set. When it's set, then you can melt your white chocolate. All right, so while the chocolate is setting, we decided to go ahead and start crushing our peppermints. So we just have a Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna go ahead and start emptying these and putting them in there. Okay, so now that our peppermints are in our bag, I'm gonna try and get all the air out of it. Sometimes if I'm doing something like this, I'll double the bag just in case it breaks. But I'm gonna be using a rolling pin to smash these. You can use something like a can of vegetables or something that just has weight to it. But if you want to use something else, try not to use the glass, because that could potentially break and be a disaster.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Right. So I'm gonna smash these. I'm gonna smash some of them kind of fine, because we decided to put some in the white chocolate, and you don't want any big chunks in that, because that could look kind of bumpy. You want it to be as smooth as possible. So we're gonna do some kind of fine and some kind of chunky for the top.
Yeah, they're naturally gonna do that anyways as you crunch them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yes.
I think that's great.
I think so too.
You know, this smells so good.
Right, the bag, because of how, see the dust, this is why I double it, but this is good for the topping and for the inside of the chocolate. So we're back at the stove. I'm gonna turn my heat back on, same medium-high heat, about 1 inch of water, and I'm gonna put my white chocolate on now. So we're gonna be adding in our peppermint extract and our peppermint pieces into this once this is melted down. So we'll be back to do that. Okay, so one thing we should probably explain about white chocolate is that it acts differently than regular chocolate. So you may think it's hardening while it's melting down. So you just want to kind of continuously stir it.
It's like icing.
It does.
So it smells good.
It does. It smells like cake kind of to me.
It does.
Just keep that in mind when you're making your chocolate. Just try to keep it moving. I'm actually going to take this off of the heat. Once it reaches a stage where it's still got some lumps in it, you want to take it off of the heat and just kind of keep it moving until it gets to, pourable, kind of a runny consistency. Pourable or spreadable, because it's kind of hard still. So I'm going to get to that consistency, and then I'm going to add in the peppermint and the peppermint pieces. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is the consistency we want it now. And so now we're going to add in our peppermint extract and our peppermint pieces.
Oh, the fun part. There's the extract there.
Thank you.
So how much would you say? You're just gonna eyeball the peppermint pieces?
Yeah, I'm gonna eyeball the peppermint pieces, but I'm gonna measure the peppermint because I don't want to be overpowering.
Right.
So that's about.
Oh, that smells good.
It really does.
Wow.
It's about 1/2 teaspoon. Stir that in. So we've added in our candy pieces and our peppermint extract. We still have a pourable, spreadable consistency.
I wish y'all could smell this. Wish we had smell-o-vision.
Right. It smells delicious.
This smells absolutely amazing.
Okay, so now I'm gonna add this on top of our semi-sweet chocolate layer. And I'm gonna spread this out. Okay, so our chocolate is spread out evenly to our liking. So now we're just going to take our candy pieces and sprinkle them on top. Alright, so we've taken our peppermint bark out the fridge. We actually ended up letting ours sit overnight.
It's so pretty.
It really is pretty.
Oh, it's so Christmassy. I love it.
So we're gonna break ours. You can cut it, but we thought it'd be more fun to break it. So
Of course.
right, we're gonna go ahead with that. And since we use the parchment paper, it comes right out.
Oh, that's good. One big piece.
Okay, so I decided to put on gloves because I didn't want the chocolate to touch my skin directly. Let's try to minimize the melting that was gonna happen.
Right, yeah, that's a good idea.
And to keep the mess off my hands, really. Okay, so we've broken up all of our chocolate. So now we're gonna plate it and make it look pretty. And then we'll be right back. Now we've put these in a cute little bowl.
Yeah.
We have plenty more, but we just want to make it, you know, presentable. But this is delicious, guys.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, okay? If y'all want to have some candy that's really good, tastes like it came from a store, but it tastes better. I don't know. That is so true what they say about making things at home. I just cannot stress that enough.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have ever bought the peppermint bark from Publix. They have some in their deli that they sell, obviously only during Christmas time. And it looks like this, and it's fresh, you know, freshly made. It tastes better than that.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Like 10 times better, in my opinion.
Right.
The flavor of the peppermint,
The flavor.
it's throughout. It's like you taste chocolate and it's like, oh, it's chocolate. But then the peppermint comes in, it's like, oh yeah, this peppermint bark.
Right.
And you also have control over how thick it is. Like this piece is a little bit thinner than this piece as far as the white chocolate goes. You can use a bigger pan and spread it thinner if you wanted to.
Right. I was wondering about that. So if you did want it thicker, just put more chocolate or whatever.
Right. Yes. So if you guys enjoyed this video, of course, leave us a like, share with everybody.
Yeah, thumbs up, guys.
Please.
Share our videos.
And this was what, holiday series number 3? So we'll see y'all in number 4.
Right. Thank you so much for your support.
Bye, guys.
Bye.